With more than two-thirds of their first professional season gone, each of the rookies remain firmly in the playoff mix.
I think it weighs on the minds of everyone. Not making the playoffs last year, these guys are really pushing for it this year, and we're sitting in a good position, as in we control our own destiny now. So that's always a good thing when you control your own destiny and you don't have to wait for other teams to lose or win a certain game. So as long as we keep winning, we're in a good situation.
It's definitely exciting because, like I said, it's in our own hands. We still control our own destiny, If we win our games, then we're going to be there. And so the focus at the moment is just on winning the games. And if we can do that, we're going to be in the playoffs. There's not really pressure, I don't think, that comes with it. It's there, but it's more a case of, it's such a great opportunity, so we don't want to let go by. We've come so far, we're close, and we just want to push through with it.
Following a tough 1-0 midweek loss at home to New England on national television, Seattle had to travel south to take on Western Conference leaders Houston. Though Zakuani did not start the game, he would have a chance to make an impact immediately after checking in.
I think that was an easy chance. It wasn't a difficult chance, but it's one of those because it's so easy you don't really think about it, and then the ball goes over the bar and you're like, you want to get it back. But I think had we lost the game, then it's really costly. It still was costly, but we managed to tie the game, and then once Nate scored a goal, then it was kind of like, we got what we deserved up to that point, and so it's a bad miss. I don't want to see it again, but you move on. It happens that you move on.
Stevie missed one of those chances, but if you give him 99 more balls, he will score every single one of them. So it's nothing that it's about like we need to train on finishing like that. He will do that normally. It's just something that happens to every player. Happened to me, will happen to a lot of our other players in their careers. But that's how it is. And of course we're a bit disappointed. We wanted to win the game.
Zakuani bounced back well after the miss, setting up the game-tying goal.
I think even right after the miss, the guys. I remember Freddie, Nate came up to me and said, get on with it. We've done it before. Just play the game. It happens. It's not good, but it happens. And so, we're able to focus. I think the team kept pushing. I think James put a great ball across, and then Nate peeled off, and then managed to head it to him, and he put a good finish. So good to get the assist and play my part in the goal, of course, after the miss. So coming here is tough. They're top of the table, the Western Conference. Playing in the humidity is not easy, but I think for most of the game we were the aggressor. Had some very good chances, and leaving here 1-1, we're happy with a draw, but even at the same time, probably could have and should have won the game.
Next for Seattle was Toronto at home, and for the fourth consecutive home game, the Sounders failed to treat their great support to a goal, thanks in large part to the late heroics of Stefan Frei.
For me personally, I really like it when there's a lot of people there, and especially when they try to get into your head and disrupt your game. I really enjoy that. That's part of the atmosphere. And I think for me, what was also big was, when they came to Toronto, the way they played and outplayed us. I think they just dominated that game, and it was wanted to get a little payback going there, but a win would have been great, but at least, like I said, we showed it with intensity and we're able to take it to them. Unfortunate not to get the 3 points. Well, you try to not focus about it too much, but you have to know where you're at a little bit at the same time, because it comes down to little points and everything, down the stretch. So not trying to focus too much on it, but we certainly know that we need to get something out of every game from now.
Zakuani has a similar outlook, while Frei's teammate Sam Cronin and the LA rookies have a completely different viewpoint in regards to the standings.
I don't think I've checked the standings more than twice this whole season. And it's just because, as long as I know where we're at, and at the moment it's still in our own hands, then just focus on winning games. So I think maybe Houston's top of the West and Columbus of the East, and then I couldn't tell you what's after that. I just know the teams that are in and around there, and that it's really tight.
I think you have to check the standings. It's because at the end of the day, it's so tight right now. We have to do our part, but also it depends on what other teams do. So we need to know where we stand and what games are just critically important. And for us, it happens to be the rest of them are. So we have a good challenge this weekend in Colorado, looking to get some points there. But the rest of the season is big, and we got to pick up as many points as possible.
Obviously, you got to pay attention. It's a thing. You're on a team, and you want to know where you're at, where you stand, and how you're doing compared to everybody else. So I look at it almost every day, even though there's no games. I still look at it.
It's weird. I freaking check it out daily, even though there's no games going on. I'm still looking at it and just trying to see, where we're at and what we can do to, get to the playoffs.
With Seattle only earning the 1 point against Toronto FC, LA had an opportunity to extend their gap over the Northwest club by 4 points, with a win over city rivals Chivas USA.
Long throw towards court. It's loose. Beckham, the shot, and a goal for Beckham.
a big win. Obviously, a Super Clasico against Chivas, the team you share stadium with, and you always want to win these games, and to do it 1-0 with another shutout is important. It's the first trophy, just a little step to where we want to be this season and winning the MLS Cup. So
the atmosphere that night was great. It was almost like the AC Milan game. You know, the fans were over there in the grass part, and so that was great. And you know, getting a trophy. You know, I guess my first trophy here, so it's great. Todd's big time at throwing long balls in, and so I saw the ball coming, and I just went to it, and I actually the ball hit the back of my head, and I flicked it on, and Beckham just ran onto it and hit a great shot.
It's funny because when I watch the highlights, when they show it from behind the goal, you can see me standing at midfield, and right before he strikes it, I strike it with it. It's pretty funny. I just replayed it like 50 times, and you can see me in the background acting like I was taking a shot, and it was a great strike.
While the Galaxy were cementing themselves firmly into second place in the West, DC United traveled to Illinois and earned 3 points thanks to a rare Brian Namath goal.
You look at the 4 MLS Cups that we have here at DC, and the players that we have on our team, that have won them before. It definitely puts a little bit of added pressure on us. There's playoff talk because that's what we were aiming for, since the beginning of the year. There's no advice needed. Me and Rodney and the other young players know what we need to do. We know that every game is very important, and at this level you don't need to tell a player to get up for a game, especially a game that potentially puts you in the playoffs.
DC will have the toughest run of games on their road to the playoffs, as their September schedule includes 5 midweek games.
It's just part of the season. We're fortunate enough to get into Champions League, and it's part of the season. I like playing more games. I would rather play a game on Wednesday, Saturday than be practicing the whole week for a Saturday game. That's just how I am. Yeah, it may force us to juggle the lineup around a little bit, but other than that, I think it's a good thing.